Hi. I so recognize the importance of beginning here. That's where the journey begins, and it's miraculous.
Hi!
I've lived it as a teacher, as an administrator, most importantly as a parent, and you absolutely cannot put a price on it.
Good morning. How are you? Good. This is where everything starts, and then I love being on a campus that has preschool through seniors, where then we see what happens, how they evolve, their dreams, what they accomplish, what they're able to do. The sky's the limit, and I love that. I'm so happy to see you. So happy. Are you going to have a great day?
We want everybody to feel like they're going to have a success story.
In Oklahoma, this is where children dream. Good job.
Take a look around, Arthur.
Learn to focus and find their edge.
The exchange is over. Yeah, see, just pull the hands out of the contact. There you go. Good job. I go three!
Nestled in the trees in northwest Oklahoma City is a college preparatory school with a track record of excellence dating back to the 1960s. On the campus today, a school where children are vigorously challenged, inspired, and accomplished. 68 National Merit honorees in just an 11-year period.
We're always looking to get kids more involved, more engaged, and we surprise them again and again. They surprise themselves at what they're actually capable of. If I were a parent on the outside looking in, I'd be looking at the opportunity to be engaged. For my child to learn to balance a lot of competing interests. We keep kids busy here, we really do, building their lives in important ways.
I think just to have integrity. They talk about integrity a lot at the school. I think to be responsible.
What was your favorite thing you guys did this year? Peer power? Sweet. Good, good.
You gotta step and get over top of the guy. You can't just push him now because he's gonna make the play. Yeah.
To own your behavior, the choices that you make, to be responsible, to be dependable.
Success starts early.
Box. Here.
With a low teacher-student ratio in the Early Childhood Center.
You use what on your computer?
The keyboard.
The keyboard.
Digital learning starts in preschool.
No hay plátanos en el palacio. Oh, sí hay plátanos en el palacio. No hay.
Spanish immersion, kindergarten.
Donde.
Hey, Cutter, there you go, buddy. Go on into the gym, friends. Hi, guys. How are you?
The little ones, it's just the joy of learning, the enthusiasm, and again, those hugs and smiles are precious.
This is where parents celebrate life with their young children.
Thank you for listening to my report. I hope you enjoyed it.
They dream big here and they encourage them to do that, and I love that. I mean, you don't want them to lose that.
In middle school, it's a journey of discovery.
Get a different perspective, or you can stand up and look down in the water. We want them to figure out who they are And I don't know that you can get that in a large group or a large school. And our teachers are so committed to that, and they want to know the kids so well, and they really want to help them become the best person they can.
And community service is one way to get there. On this day, feeding the hungry.
Take Chargers!
Go Chargers!
Can't get that in a classroom. Cannot get it in the classroom. You just got to be here.
La classe prête.
Bien sûr.
Little people with big capacity
Say.
In French.
to embrace even French and Mandarin.
We want to make a transition from 4th grade to 5th grade. We don't treat them as 5th graders when they start the year, because they're not, they're 4th graders. And then as 8th graders, we try to get them ready for the 9th grade.
3 more minutes for you to discuss it, then we're going to practice.
You can be a 3-sport athlete in the middle school. You can be a debater. You can sing. You can act. You can be involved with musical theater. There's all these different things that you can try to do. We want them all to feel like, hey, I want to come to school because that's where my family is, or that's where my community is.
Right now, Heritage Hall teachers are making astute observations.
Find your passion and do it well.
A middle school teacher saw it early, guiding a young Sam Karchmer toward leadership.
Get yourself that one step closer to your goals so that when opportunities present themselves, you'll be confident. In middle school, and especially here in middle school, you're given so many opportunities to kind of reach for the stars and follow your interests and find your interests.
Sam was accepted at USC for business and political science. Upper school students are soaring in 15 advanced placement offerings.
You know, just the fact that you don't even have to leave campus to get tutored for your standardized tests like the ACT and the SAT. You have people like that who are amazing at what they do and do it here.
And drawing inspiration from the alums before them, including the late 2-time Pulitzer-winning journalist Anthony Shadid and head of OU Breast Imaging, Dr. Betsy Jett.
I had a great background when I got to college. Not only did I know what I needed to know from a knowledge-based standpoint, I knew how to write and I knew how to think. And those are skills that several other people that I was at school with, they hadn't done some of these things. And so college was a much bigger adjustment.
Parents are also choosing the hall for its culturally diverse environment, where children are welcomed and accepted for their different backgrounds.
Everyone is so encouraging. I mean, I've never had one classmate ever tear me down or say that's a bad idea or why would you do that. It's always been, you know what, you can do this, or I'll help you. And it's something that I know is just extraordinary, and I'm so thankful for.
It's the mindset of the school, I think, what we represent, what their parents represent, the expectation that they're being prepared to be the next leaders in Oklahoma or the United States. And they have the confidence because they've seen what our alums have done. Once they leave here, they're prepared.
The pursuit of excellence crosses a broad spectrum of sports at Heritage Hall. State championships are the prize. The invaluable experience of hard work and the drive to compete, that's the life-changing takeaway for Heritage Hall student athletes. Watch Kat Allen win state in tennis.
I have never been so just happy and proud in my entire life.
Kat's taking her edge to compete to SMU.
I love Heritage Hall. It is amazing, but you got all of those football championships, all of those, tennis championships, golf championships, track championships. I just wanted my championship, and I'm sorry, Gosh, I would have hated to continue on, and we didn't, now we'll have a ring. We get them next week, so, I mean, it feels good.
State champs all the way, yeah!
Some play for fun, but others go on to become some of the best athletes in the country. Alumnus Sterling Shepard took his edge to OU. Wes Welker to the pros.
Transformational coaches are what we're looking for at Heritage Hall.
Bring it all the way up to the chin. Good. Now come down. Good. There you go.
Those guys are going to come in, and Coach Gals are going to come in here, and they're going to work with kids and transform them from little girls and little boys.
Way to work. Great effort. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
Into young women and young men. And that's our job. And if we lose sight of that job, then we've lost sight of what education is all about.
Students also find their voice in this celebrated Performing Arts Center.
We have all these kids, we collect them all up on stage and do some extraordinary things.
And yet with you my world has started.
An undefeated Chargers stormed the field at Chickasha for a district battle against a Fightin' Chicks team that was looking for its first win, and wasted no time asserting their dominance when Blake Adams and Billy Ross hooked up for big yardage on the game's first play. A few plays later, the Chargers were knocking at the door, and Zane Wade answered. Adams rifled in the Hall's first score of the evening in an early 7-0 lead. About a minute later, the blue and gold were threatening again, but Adams' pass sailed through Preston Taylor's hands, and an opportunistic Chicks defender hauled in an interception to halt the drive. But the Hall moved the ball with ease in the first half, and midway through the quarter, Adams moved into second all-time in passing touchdowns, connecting with Chandler Shepard, who wrestled his way to a 14-0 lead. The balanced attack continued with Morgan Dinwiddie's sideline dash for big yardage. Ross took the handoff on this week, cut back, and unleashed the electricity as he struck pay dirt from 47 yards away to put the Chargers up 21-0 in the first. The Charger defense was equally impressive in the first half as Grayson Wilson and Zane Wade teamed up on this tackle for loss. The next play, Connor Carey and Connor Keith blitzed their way to a shared sack on the Chicks quarterback. Minutes later, Chandler Shepard put the Chicks corner on skates, and Adams put the ball on the money for 6 more points in the 28-0 lead. Dinwiddie continued his power running onslaught, picking up 19 on this big carry. Connor Carey then caught this fourth touchdown pass from Blake Adams on the night to make it 35-0 with 5 minutes left in the half. The defense continued to pitch a shutout, and Preston Taylor kept the Chicks on zeros when he read this wheel route perfectly and snagged his third Oski of the season. A few plays later, Adams sold the fake, rolled out, and connected with Shepard on the duo's third scoring connection of the night. After a third quarter stalemate, the reserves proved equally as tough as the starters, and when William Jackson got his mitts on this pass, Lincoln Luger pulled it down and for his first career interception to fire up the Chargers sideline and preserve the shutout. But it didn't take long for the Chicks to strike, as this blitz on the next play resulted in a fumble that bumbled around before being scooped up by the home team and carried 50 yards for the Chicks' first points of the evening. Chickasha would score again, but it was too little too late. Blake Adams' 5-touchdown performance moved into second all-time in passing touchdowns and yards, and more importantly, the Chargers moved to 6-0 heading into a Week 7 showdown with Elgin.
Good evening. Welcome to ChargerVision, live from Pop Murray Field. I'm Andrew Davis here with the birthday boy, Rick Stevenson.
Hello.
And we are about 8 minutes till kickoff. Your Heritage Hall Chargers are set to take on the Elgin Owls in this Class 4A matchup.
Yeah, it's another district game we have going on here. You know, it should be. The Chargers are coming in 6-0. Elgin 2-4, but they are a tough physical team from everything that we're hearing and seeing.
They come in, like I said, 2-4. Their new head coach, Curtis Lauren, is in his first season at Elgin with a 2-4 record. Anytime you got a new coach, you know that record is not necessarily indicative of the quality of play rather than the chemistry that is being developed. So you have to still play it strong. They're about to go into a 3-game backslide. That's the reverse of what we have just played, Clinton, Weatherford, Chickasha. They're about to play Chickasha, Weatherford, Clinton. So we have no common opponents at this moment. We are about to play Newcastle, Cache, and Elk City. They've played Newcastle, Cache, and Elk City. We have the exact opposite schedule. So we have no common opponents to gauge off of at the moment.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see. We've got some players back that have been hurt this season that are back today. Unfortunately, we'll be without the, as Rick Hansing likes to call it, the athlete, Carson Orton. And hopefully we won't miss him too bad tonight, but we're obviously going to miss him. He's a great player on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. We got a short prep tonight, so we're going to jump right into your Heritage Hall keys to the game.
There we go. All right, grab early lead to make the Owls airborne. They're, like I said, a physical team. They like to run the ball, so if we can force them to pass, that's going to give an advantage to the Chargers.
11 hats to the ball, suffocating the defense. We have to get out there and we have to play man all night.
That's right.
Both ways. We need to be crashing in on the ball on D, and we need to have a lot of weapons on offense. We got to wear them down hard.
That's right. And you know, just 11 men to the ball, just got to pursue constantly. And that's something that we saw last weekend that, you know, Chickasha, you know, they're having a rough year, but that's what they were known for. They didn't do that. And so, you know, with the type of talent we have, you break one tackle, you're gone. So that's why you want 11 guys running to the ball, because you never know, with the physical as they are, they could break away. You need someone else there to bring them down. Absolutely.
Those are your Mercedes-Benz Heritage Hall keys to the game.
That's right. Along with that, the sharp offense. We need to eliminate the penalties and turnovers, and try to be as sharp. Everyone just do their job, and everything should be good.
Absolutely. We are going to cut to quick commercial. When we come back, we'll have your Fuzzy's Taco feature player of the game.
When you walk into Fuzzy's Taco Shop, you'll know you're in the right place. With the best Baja-style menu in town, we'll have the whole family addicted.
Order up.
Nachos, tacos, burritos, it doesn't matter. It's like an explosion of flavor in your mouth. We know you've had a long day, and you deserve a break. So, bring the crew to one of the Fuzzy's Taco Shop locations in Norman, Oklahoma City, or Stillwater. Welcome to your new addiction. Eat me.
Hello, I'm Todd Bondi, operating partner at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City, your premier luxury dealership.
Being a leader can present challenges, unless, of course, you're driving a Mercedes-Benz. Set standards and lease a new Mercedes-Benz C300 sedan for $359 a month, or a new 2018 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 SUV for $449 a month.
Leasing the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted has never been easier. Allow your next incredible journey to begin at Mercedes-Benz of Oklahoma City.
Welcome back to ChargerVision, live from Pop Murray Field. We have about 4 minutes left till your Heritage Hall Chargers take on the 2-4 Elgin Owls. And we are here, I'm Andrew Davis, Rick Stevenson, and we are ready to jump into our Fuzzy's Taco feature player, number 78, senior offensive and defensive lineman, Mr. Trey Marion.
That's right. I guess they like to call him blindside. He's obviously big, 6'4", 290, and plays tackle, like I said, likes to run and finish blocks, which is great to see on an offensive lineman.
Absolutely. He has outstanding pass protection. He continues to improve run blocking each and every game. He's just a physical guy all around.
And he's one of those great teammates. Brings a great attitude to the line, but he's a jokester, likes to have fun. And, that kind of lightens the mood sometimes, which the players need.
Absolutely. He was voted a team captain this year as a senior by his teammates, and we're not surprised between his on-the-field and off-the-field methods. I'm not shocked that he's a part of it.
That's right. And I don't know where he's going to go next year. I know he's been getting some offers. So
I think last time I saw the count from his mom was like 10 or 12. I mean, he's gotten a lot of interest, different size schools, different parts of the country, but he's had a lot of interest. He's been at the right camps, and he's gotten himself noticed. He's going to play at the next level. It's just a matter of where he wants to play.
Here's our captains tonight. It looks like we've got Garrett McGinnis out there, Chandler Shepard. We got Grayson Wilson, and finally our quarterback Blake Adams.
They will be out to do the coin toss tonight because we We always put 4 up, and then the other 4 drop back. So they only want you to put 4 at the toss at a time.
I don't know why they're not letting Trey out there since he's our feature player of the game.
I know, it's like they didn't get our memos. While we wait on the handshake and the coin toss, quick scouting report on Origin. Wow, I'm off tonight. Quick scouting report on Elgin tonight. Offensively, they are predominantly a run team. As Rick was saying, we have to suffocate in on them because they're going to run the ball. We want to make them throw it. They scored 75 points on Newcastle last week in a 75-56 shootout win. What they showed there, they can score a lot, but they couldn't defend a lot.
Yeah.
They're going to run a 3-4 defense with cover, 2-2, 2-man in the secondary. It's they're going to be a team you got to play them the right way. Their key players, they're going to be running 2 quarterbacks tonight. Rivers Johnson, a 5'7", 146-pound sophomore, wearing number 1. If he's out, look for him to run the ball. If you see number 2 out, Brandon Shackelford, 6 foot 152-pound quarterback, he's going to be throwing the ball. So if you got number 1 out there, he's running. Number 2, he's throwing.
That's right. Braden Shackelford's a senior, so he's had a little more playing time. So we'll see who they start out with. And you can tell that it's a pink out. You can tell by the logo what the players are wearing, what the refs are wearing. There's a little pink everywhere.
The balls for the cheerleaders through on the stands tonight are pink. There was a pink there was pink gear out for sale tonight. Chargers in pink.
That's right. All for breast cancer awareness.
Absolutely. That is the theme tonight, and the boys are representing very well. The Chargers will defend the north end zone.
Looks like we are receiving.
They'll be receiving to start the game. So we've got about a minute here left on the clock, although what I have found over the last 5 years of doing this, every time I see that thing get down that one, it'll hit 0 and 2 more minutes are going to pop back up on it. It's like a minute until our boys are on the field.
That's right.
And then 2 minutes till we actually play.
I don't know when that rule came about, but that's something they added because it used to not be that way.
Yeah, it used to just be if it's 3 minutes left, it was 3 minutes, not 1 and 2.
That's right. The Chargers about to come out on the field, bust through the banner, which is always fun for the kids.
Oh, absolutely. We'll get the student body out there in just a second to create the tunnel. It'll be a very pink tunnel tonight.
That's right. It's a little slow arriving crowd tonight.
It is.
I think with the start of fall break, there's some that have already headed out of town.
Be it to Dallas or other areas, but yes, there are quite a few kids that have already left town. The Elgin Owls take the field first, and then your Chargers will take the field, running with a beautiful red, white, and blue flag in their arms tonight.
Good to see Jaden McDaniel, I think, carrying the flag. Good to see him back out in uniform. He's been out the last, I think, 3 games, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a lot stouter this year, looking physically.
Yeah.
He's got a different look about him this year, and I like the way he's been playing.
That's right. A.J. Searles is back this week, too. Freshman. He's a playmaker. He was started that first game against John Marshall, but dinged up his knee a little bit and was out for until tonight. I saw his dad in the parking lot, and he's like, he's back. He's excited to see him back out on the field.
Anytime you got a freshman that can stand 6'1", 185 pounds, they're going to play the freshman, and they're going to be a kid that really plays a lot as the years progress. Right. They're going to really put a lot of time, a lot of minutes on the field. They're going to be a big contributor just because they're built for it.
That's right. As we're about to go to kickoff, we usually have to rush our starting offense, but let's go ahead and take a look at our starting offense.
Absolutely, since we know we are receiving the ball.
That's right. Blake Adams back there, quarterback, and we'll talk about him. He's setting some records and coming close to others, so we'll go through those here in a little bit. I know he needs one more touchdown to tie Graham Colton, which is a hefty little task he had in front of him.
It is. 1 touchdown gets him tied with Graham. 2 takes the lead for all-time passing touchdowns at the Hall.
That's right.
And 1,878 yards passing will tie him with Graham Colton for all-time passing yards.
Yeah, the running backs, Billy Ross and Connor Carey. And then you want to stick that, there we go. Then receivers, you got Zane Wade, Chandler Shepard, and Preston Taylor. Trey Marion leading the big fellas up front with Luke Williams, Jack Griffin, Seth Meacham, and then another freshman, Melvin Swindle.
That rounds out your Chargers starting 11 on 0. All right, Here to kick for the Elgin Owls, we've got number 18 sophomore Kyle Morgan, deep to receive for the Chargers. We have Billy Ross Jr. by himself.
Don't need anyone else back there when you got the 100-meter state champ, but they won't kick it to him. They kick to Jaden McDaniel, I believe it is.
Jaden McDaniel cuts up the left side. He's at the 40. He's met in a big pile at the 40. He's going to go down about the 42-yard line after fielding the ball right south, just north of the 30. And we are underway at Pop Murray Field. Jaden McDaniel, like I said, he's definitely put on some size here. 6'2", 180 pounds. He's a very solid young man.
That's right.
Junior, he's going to play very well both ways.
He's
Nice to
tall,
have him back.
Yeah, taller than, excuse me, than Tevin. Hadn't quite filled out as much as Tevin has, but he still has another year.
And he may not, being more north of being at 6 feet plus, he may stay a little leaner just as proportion. Blake Adams takes a snap, hands it off to Morgan Dimwell. Cuts up the left side. He's into a big pile of Elgin Owls after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, we didn't have Morgan on our starting lineup, but he was our feature player last week and had a great game. Or was it the week before? He had great games both weeks, but
absolutely.
I forget when he was our feature player.
Absolutely. We're running a 3-back set right now. 2nd and 7 for the Chargers from their own 44. Blake Adams fakes the handoff, throws it out to Billy Ross Jr. on the right, and Billy Ross being shoved back by the Elgin defender, number 29. Forward progress is going to be stopped at the 50. It's going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. There's a good pass out. It's interesting they have Billy Ross out, so they want both of them on the field right now, which...
You got Billy Ross Jr. and you're still running a 3-back set.
Right.
You got Connor Carey, Morgan Dimwitty, and Jay McDaniel. Morgan Dimwitty takes the carry up the gut. He's going to lose a yard, and we're going to have a 4th and 2.
I think they marked it right on the line. The far ref, that's where he has it. This ref had it a little shorter, so he lost a little bit. But
yeah, they're going to call it a 4th and 1. They're going to take an inch or two off of him.
But we know this coaching staff. If it's anywhere close to the 50, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, if you get to midfield, they're going to go for it because they trust their defense very well here. That if you have the turnover, you can live with it at midfield. Blake Adams fixing Morgan's pads quickly. Such a nice teammate, such a good friend. Blake Adams takes a snap, hands it to Morgan.
There he
cuts
goes.
up the right side. He gets a 1st down at the Elgin 45-yard line.
Yeah, good blocking there. Trey Marion, you can see him coming off. Good block, Melvin Swindle. Trey came from the other side and made a nice clearing block.
One of the things about Trey that makes him so versatile is his speed. For a young man his size, he pops off the line fast, and he moves very well.
Right.
We've got men in motion, 3 men in motion, another man in motion. Blake Adams hands it off.
Plenty of blockers out
Jr.
there.
He cuts up the left, and he's going to gain maybe a yard on the play.
I like that play. We just didn't need to sustain our blocks because we had plenty of blockers on that side.
We did 3 men in motion and then a single man in motion from across the right. That was a different set than I don't think I've seen that set yet from the Charger offense.
No, I haven't either.
Going to be 2nd and 9 for Heritage Hall from the Elgin 44.
Grayson
1-yard
Wilson
gain.
out there blocking as well.
Grayson Wilson's a good blocker. 2nd and 9 from the Elgin 44. Blake Adams in the pistol. Drop back, looking to pass. Throws it over Jaden. Bill Ross Jr., and it is slightly over his head.
Yeah, I thought Blake was about to take off running there, but
I did too.
Billy, because Billy, if he's going to run past guys, so I think he just let him a little too much.
Blake started to pump fake like he was going to pump, run, and then he pumped, and then he dumped it off, and it was just a little too much fire in the pot. It's going to be 3rd and 9 from the Elgin 44. The Chargers are running a huddle much more heavily than they have the last couple years, taking their time, getting their play calls a little bit. I think now they've moved into 4A for the 2nd year. They're realizing the need for a little bit more strategy. Blake Adams looking to pass. He's got man coverage. He gets out to Chandler Shepard, who cuts to the left side, and he's ripped down at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, he saw him and threw a bullet over there on the left sideline.
Absolutely. It's going to set up 1st and 10 for the Chargers from the Elgin 23, excuse me. Outstanding. Sometimes I get my yardage markers off when we're looking across the field.
It is a little different.
Little perspective error. All right, 1st and 10 for the Chargers from the Elgin 23. Chain set, clock moving.
Billy Ross back in the backfield.
Blake Adams in shot. Hands it off to Billy Ross, who cuts up. And he trips up.
Just tripped. You saw a gap there. Tried to get through and just got tripped up.
It was the right hole to take. It was the right play to go for. It was just, a little bit of that field tackle.
That's right.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 from the Elgin 20. Still a 3-yard pickup on the play. Blake Adams going to have, looks like he's going to have Billy Ross and Grayson Wilson in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to right, Grayson Wilson in motion. Blake looking to throw to the right side. Throws a Chandler Shepard. Cuts across the middle of the field. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Chuck Shepard.
Great play. Haven't seen that one either. A little screen pass, middle screen to Chandler Shepard. No flags down, so. Oh, I lied. There is a flag. Let's see what it is. It looks like it's at the goal line. Face mask?
Is it going to be after the play, though?
5-yard face mask against Elgin. I'm sure we'll decline that.
Absolutely.
Or they'll take it on the kickoff, maybe.
5-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
That's right. Great play. And I'll tell you, the Red Sea opened up right there, or the Green Sea, and he had plenty of space to get into the end zone.
Garrett McGinnis set to kick. Snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Yeah, we were talking about it last game. Garrett had, see what if we have his stats here.
He was 21 of 22 going into tonight.
He missed his first one of the season against John Marshall, and we were wondering, oh gosh, are we going to be able to kick this year? And then since then he hasn't missed.
Sometimes it's just that early game jitters, but nice kick by Garrett to go 22 of 23 on the season.
Well, plus we've been spoiled. We've had great kickers here for a number of years.
We have. We're doing a feature on talking about Jimmy Stevens' dad before the game. I didn't realize that Jim Stevens has been on the chain game for almost 15 years.
I didn't realize it either.
You look then, go back to Graham Colton there. Wes Welker would kick, punt, run, catch.
Yeah.
Jimmy set national high school records. Obviously, the McLaughlin brothers last couple years have been incredible kickers. we've just had kicking after kicking after kicking sensation. Jack Hansing was an outstanding kicker.
Yeah.
Every time we think we know what we've got.
Callahan did. Walker did a good job last year.
Cal did a great job last year. Man, Cal wasn't skinny last year. He got lean.
Yeah.
He became the head of the Beacon Club. Such a good kid. Such a good kid. But he was a great kicker. I forget about that we had Cal kicking last year. And I don't think he missed maybe one field goal all year.
Yeah.
We get spoiled here to our kicking that we look at 22, 23 and go, oh, we missed. It's like, wait, that's 22 of 23. There are universities right now that would love to have 22 of 23 on extra points and only one missed field goal. There are colleges that would love to have only had 2 failed kicks on the whole season at this point. And we take it for granted here.
That's right.
All right, Garrett's going to kick deep. Number 25 set to return. Pepper Farrell. He's cutting to the right. He's cutting in the middle.
I think. Landon Brewer, I believe it was.
Oh, and it's really confusing. I'm not sure if we've seen it tonight, but Pepper Farrell Sr. wears 25 and 24, so that gets a little confusing. Not only does he wear 2 numbers, he wears 2 numbers, 1 number apart.
I think he's probably number 24. I think you're right the first time, according to our press notes.
Unless he's one of those that alternates by game, which we see more of that than I used. We were talking about it a couple weeks ago. I think it's like, when do kids start picking new numbers every year or every week?
That's right.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Owls. Cutting to the right side. He's got 1 to beat, and he's going to be down after a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, it's Lewis Shepard, senior, 5'10", 178. He was running pretty hard there.
Yeah, number 34. It's going to set up 2nd and 3 for the Owls from their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be a big play right here if we can get him to stop early. And we do have number 1, Rivers Johnson, in there, quarterback. So can expect the run.
He hands it off to the right, and it's probably going to be good for the first down.